You're the friend who says, whatever works for you. Every time. Where should we eat? Whatever works for you. What movie do you want to watch? Whatever works for you. What time should we meet? Whatever works for you. At first, people think you're easygoing, flexible, laid back, low maintenance. Then one day, somebody asks, okay, but what do you want? And your brain completely freezes. Not because you're trying to be polite, because you genuinely don't know. And that's when you realize something. Being easy stopped being a personality trait a long time ago. It became your entire personality. The weird thing is, people love you for it. You're easy to date, easy to work with, easy to be friends with, easy to have around. You never ask for much, never create drama, never make things complicated. You absorb inconvenience like it's your full-time job. Somebody cancels plans you've been looking forward to all week. You instantly say, no worries, then spend the rest of the night wondering why you suddenly feel off. Somebody forgets your birthday. You tell yourself, they're probably busy. Somebody talks over you. You let it go. Again and again and again. Because being upset feels worse than being ignored. And that's the first trap. You become so good at understanding everyone else that nobody ever learns how to understand you. People think you're emotionally mature. But honestly, a lot of the time you're just emotionally edited. The disappointment, the jealousy, the frustration, the loneliness. Delete, delete, delete. Nobody gets the director's cut, only the version that's easiest to watch. And for a while, that works. Until you start noticing something. People know your favorite show, your sense of humor, your coffee order, but they don't actually know you. Not really, because you've spent years showing everyone the version of you that causes the fewest problems. Then social media enters the chat, which is fantastic news. If your goal is to develop an unhealthy relationship with validation, you post something, check it 10 seconds later. Nothing? Okay, that's fine. You don't care. You check again. Still nothing? Interesting. Now suddenly you're opening the app every 4 minutes like you're checking the stock market. Then somebody likes it. And somehow your mood improves. Not dramatically, just enough to notice. Which should probably concern us. Because now your self-worth has Wi-Fi. You tell yourself you're not addicted to attention. You just like knowing people care. But then somebody who always likes your posts doesn't. And now your brain starts an investigation. Did I say something wrong? Are they mad? Did I post too much? Too little? Are they pulling away? Meanwhile, they're just buying groceries. But your nervous system is already preparing a presentation called Reasons Everybody Secretly Hates Me. The exhausting part isn't rejection, it's anticipation. You spend your life trying to prevent rejection before it happens. You reread text 3 times, sometimes 5. You type, delete, type, delete, type, delete. You finally send it, then immediately reread it from the other person's perspective. Congratulations. You're now doing homework for a conversation that hasn't happened yet. Somebody replies, K. One letter, and somehow your brain turns it into a national emergency. Your mood starts looking like the stock market. One nice text, up 12%. One weird text, complete crash. And the crazy thing, you're actually good at this. You can read a room in seconds, notice energy shifts, detect awkwardness, predict conflict. You know when somebody's mood changes before they do. People call it emotional intelligence. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's just anxiety wearing a fake mustache. Because when your brain believes love can disappear at any moment, it gets really good at scanning for danger. And then something even stranger happens. You become whatever the situation needs. Funny, supportive, chill, ambitious, quiet. You fit everywhere. Which sounds great until you realize you fit everywhere because you're disappearing everywhere. You become so adaptable that you start feeling like a guest in your own personality. Then one day, something weird happens. Somebody asks, "What do you want?" And you realize you've become really good at answering every question except that one. You know what your friends need. You know what your partner needs. You know what your boss needs. What do you need? Silence. Because somewhere along the way, you stopped being a person and became a role, the reliable one, the understanding one, the mature one, the easy one. Everybody got a version of you, except you. And that's the part that hurts. Not because people took advantage of you, because most of them probably didn't. The truth is worse. Most people believed you. You spent years saying, "I'm fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it." Then felt heartbroken when people believed you. That's the tragedy. Nobody ignored your needs. You hid them. Nobody silenced you. You slowly stopped speaking. One uncomfortable conversation at a time. One fake smile at a time. One swallowed opinion at a time. Then comes the moment that finally breaks something. And it's never a huge moment. It's always something stupid. Somebody leaves you on read. Somebody forgets to invite you somewhere. Somebody interrupts you one too many times. And suddenly you're sitting alone thinking, why does this hurt so much? The answer is simple. It doesn't. Not really. You're not reacting to that moment. You're reacting to 1,000 moments, 1,000 swallowed opinions, 1,000 fake smiles, 1,000 versions of "it's okay" when it wasn't. The final straw never looks important. That's why they call it the final straw. The scariest part wasn't being abandoned. It was realizing how much of yourself you abandoned first. You spent years waiting for people to choose you. Meanwhile, you hadn't chosen yourself in years. You wanted people to understand you, but nobody had ever met the real you, just the convenient version, the edited version, the easy version, and maybe that's where everything starts changing. Not when you become more confident, not when you stop caring what people think, not when you suddenly love yourself, but the first time you tell the truth, the first real truth, the one you've been avoiding, the one that sounds like, "Actually, that hurt. Actually, I don't want that. Actually, I need more than this." Because the people who only loved your convenience were never holding on to you. They were holding on to access. And the people who love the real you, they're still waiting to meet you. The problem is, you have to show up first.